Welcome back. This is Graybeard Gaming, guys. I have very exciting news. It's January 1st, so Happy New Year, everybody. I hope everybody had a very safe and very happy New Year. Mine was wonderful. I got to ring it in with my family. I even got to kiss my wife at midnight, and that was the first time I can remember seeing midnight, probably since last January 1st. Anyways, we are back, and this was not on my bingo card for 2026, but fellow farming simulator content creator Retofel, I believe he's European based, came out with this remake of a Farming Sim Socks Way Up video where he did a 17-month lease only homestead. So the basic idea is you're starting off as a farmer, you have some land, you don't have enough money to buy the equipment to run the land, so you got to see what you can do in 17 months to turn a profit with only leasing. So let's get after it, you guys. Let's do a quick overview of our farm. We've got 3 fields. This one right here is already harvested. It comes harvested. This one right here is waiting to be harvested. I believe it's got wheat. And then there is this field back here, which is also already harvested. Now, what we're going to have to do is, if I want to make it equal, all things equal with the other ones, they did lease the harvester to do the wheat, even with a lower yield, and that's great. What I'm going to do is the same exact thing, but I'm going to do all of my selling at the very end. So that's what we're going to try and do a little bit differently than them. And I am not going to use a forage wagon on picking up the swaths of straw. So let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to lease ourselves a harvester. And we are going to go with one that starts in game. And we are doing this basically mod free. We have we do have a few like gameplay mods, but no equipment or anything like that. This is just all base game stuff. And the reason is because that's why. I mean, it's you're just starting off. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna lease the harvester and get this picked up. That way, all things are equal. Now, what are we gonna do differently than them? Well, they both picked their straw up with a forage wagon, and while I find that interesting, cost of the forage wagon I believe is quite substantial. I just want to take a quick look while we're driving, but the cost of a forage wagon, even the cheapest one, is we're looking at $15.55. Now the reason that I'm not doing that is because I'm trying to save some money. So what I was thinking is this right here, which would be $11.37. So while you have to handle the straw and pick it up, I feel like long-term investment-wise, that's going to save us $300 to $400. Even having to buy the twine. So that's what we're going to do differently. We are going to combine the 2 fields. We're going to purchase the soil information. We're going to fertilize. What we aren't going to do is we're not going to put down lime. It's just, to me, it's just not worth it for that 3% when you have to get such an expensive the fertilizer lime spreader, the Bredel, is so large and so expensive. So to me, it's just not worth spending the money. But we are going to definitely get the straw baled up, and it's not just $350 in savings. It's actually $700 in savings because you got to do it twice. And that's where I think we're going to optimize our money. We do have some baling mods added, you know, like unload bales early and things like that. just so that we can get all of our straw. I think that's, you know, I think that's relatively justifiable. You know, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you get everything you can? All right, so we're going to. There we go. So let's go ahead, finish harvesting this. We'll come back and talk when we're done. Okay, guys, we managed to get 4,158 liters. We're just going to go ahead and dump that straight into our silos here. And we will continue on from there. Let's go ahead and return the harvester and the header. We will have to lease that again in a year when we're ready to do the second harvest. But we're going to go ahead, we're going to sleep till September because we're not going to plant canola. And we're just going to sleep till 7. We're going to bed early. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and find out what we need to do all of our stuff. So we've got to work the land up, and I think I'm going to go with the this disc harrow. That's the one I'm going to choose. That's what I'm going to combine my fields with. So let's go ahead. We're going to just get that. We're going to need it today anyways. After we've picked up our hay, or our baled our hay. All right, and we're also going to lease this baler for $11.37. All right, and finally, we need to get ourselves a tractor. Well, I shouldn't say finally. We have a couple more things we have to get. We need a pallet of seeds. All right. We need a pallet of fertilizer. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and purchase that one. We're also going to need a fertilizer spreader. So we're just going to use this cheap Salic. All right. Next, what all have I gotten? I'm going to need the tractor, and I'm going to need a seeder at the very least. So let's go ahead and pick out a tractor. Now, this right here is the cheapest one, but it's not going to be big enough for the seeder. It's just the seeder is going to be too heavy. It won't be able to stay to the ground. And this one, it'll do it, but it's going to be pretty rough on it, and I think it's going to make it last too long. We'll probably get charged for extra time to use both the seeder and the tractor. So to save on that, let's go to medium tractors. And so we've got a couple of choices here. We've got the Challenger, we've got the White, and we've got the Fiat. Now, overall, I like using the Fiat the most, but it's also the lightest. So I'm going to just go ahead and use the Challenger. It's got enough horsepower to run everything. And it should have enough weight, but I am going to check what the additional weight's going to cost us. So if we didn't do any additional weight, it would be 9.8 tons, which is probably enough. But let's check it. So we could lease it for $29.83. If we add the weight, the max weight, it's only going to increase our weight by half a ton, but let's see what it is. It's $3,040. So I mean, we're paying $63 to use it with the extra weight. It might be worthwhile. Wheel setups, you know, if we did wheel weights, I mean, then you're really starting to get into some serious expense. Medium tires, I think we stick with standard, and I think we'll just add the front weight. That'll put us at just over $3,000 for the tractor. I think that's a good investment. All right, let's go ahead, hop in the tractor here. And we're going to be running back and forth a lot, you guys. But let's go ahead, grab this here baler. Okay guys, let's return that baler. Alright guys, we're going to try and get somewhat close to this guy's fence, but not touch it. And we'll try and leave that path as well so that people can walk. I think Retofel made a point to leave that, so I'm going to do the same. Now we are going to get closer to the barn, but I'll try and leave some pathway for people to still drive. We're just not going to allow as much as there was. And we're just going to stop right here real quick, and we're going to go ahead and get these bales out of the way. I think this is a good spot out of the weather for the most part out of the weather. Okay guys, well, we have gone ahead and gotten both of our fields ready and prepped. I'm going to go ahead and return this disc harrow. Alright, let's head back to the store and get ourselves our drill so we can start putting crops in the ground. Will I be able to, am I doing enough to get this done? I do not know, guys. Let's go ahead and purchase our soil information as well. Alright, we're going to purchase that one. We're going to purchase this one. And we're going to purchase this one. Alright, let's go ahead and looks like we've got all this stuff. I don't know how these guys are making all that money. It's cost us just over $430. I think it was $432 for soil information. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a seed drill. I think I'm just going to go with the horse here, but I'm also going to add the weeder to remove a step. And for just over $2,000, we'll go ahead and grab that. And we're going to have to put our seed in it. Already set to wheat, so we're just going to go ahead and get this back to the farm and get started. See you in a bit, guys.
Too, don't you? Remember, you ate all these up, but look at more of them. It's not too cold. I can't find my box.
Okay guys, we are wrapping up our seeding for this challenge, and I have to admit I am very skeptical if I can gain, you know, essentially $25,000 from these two little fields. I mean, I know I've seen it done with the other creators, but I mean, this is gonna be tough to believe it even by seeing it. Let's go ahead and return the drill, pick up our fertilizer spreader, alright, I just wanted to get that all done up. Alright, let's go ahead and grab the fertilizer spreader. Okay, guys, it is all been fertilized. Everything is where it should be, I'm hoping, with the exception of what needs lime. I should not have really weeds to worry about. I don't have stones. Let me see. Nitrogen, done our best. Yield, we are everything's high seed rate too. So, all right, guys, let's get these returned. I don't want to pay for them anymore. All right, let's go ahead and sleep till harvest. Why is all over him?
Okay. There you go.
Okay, guys, looks like everything's ready to harvest. Let's go ahead and lease our harvester and get to work.
Huh.
Can we? We'll watch.
I don't know. I haven't thought about it. Let's have time. Okay? I don't know.
Why are you covering your face like that? It's weird.
I do this all the time. You don't like it? Why is it weird?
All right, guys, harvest is done. We're going to meet you guys back here in December, January time when it's about time to start selling everything off. Okay guys, this is going to be the real test to see if it's even worthwhile to bale up the straw we have, because we are currently at just over $90,000. I have to earn $10,000 back. I've only got 2,147 liters of wheat, and I'll have roughly 3 times this amount of straw. So this is going to be the real test to see if it's even worthwhile to bale and if we'll even turn a profit. I'm real skeptical. I feel like wheat might have been the wrong way to go. Alright, so we got roughly $7,500 more in wheat. That's if we are able to do this without incurring any more fees for our equipment, plus just over $2,000, $2,500 roughly in wheat that I'm about to return. It's gonna be really close, you guys. Okay guys, we've got one really overloaded wagon full of straw. It's taking forever to load up. Let's go ahead and get this hauled to the animal dealer and see how much money we can make. Alright guys, we have made $47. Now I've got to rush back because I've got less than 2/10 of an hour to load up the rest and get them turned in, because I don't want to really carry these one bale at a time. Alright guys, we just got over $31.79 for that. bunch. And I have at least that many probably left to go. So it's going to be interesting. I'd like to break 5,000 profit. We'll see what happens. Because I just passed 9/10 of an hour. Alright guys, let me load up another trailer and let's see where we're at. Okay guys, we have got the rest of the bales loaded. Very precariously, I might add. I don't even want to see what happens. So we're going to drive and hope that we can get these all sold off. Before we hit 1 hour, because we got to get out of this thing before we get charged more time. They actually look like they're holding pretty good. Just hope I don't get sideswiped. Well, that was my doing. That's what happens when you're not watching where you're going in front of you. Oh, you son of a... Did we lose any in the parking lot? Those ones I'll grab and put in. I don't think I did. Alright guys, good enough for government work. Looks like we made a profit of $6,705. So, special thanks to Retofel for bringing this to my attention. Also special thanks to Farming Sim Socks Way Up for bringing this to Retofel's attention and inspiring him to try this challenge out. This has been the 17-month lease only challenge on Elmcreek. This Graybeard Gaming wishing you the very best of days. Please do not eat the yellow snow and be safe out there. See you guys next time.